Hey folks, Dumac the artist coming at you from my hidden bunker deep within the bowels of the city. And, well, there's another case, one that needs to be talked about again. A young girl in Sarasota, California, or Saratoga, one of those places, goes to a party, gets drunk, passes out, and the boys there, instead of behaving like gentlemen, decide that they're going to rape her. Not only are they going to rape her, but they decide that they're going to post the pictures up on the internet. This girl was 15 years old, and the parents have decided to make this case public. Now, unfortunately, the suspects in the case cannot be identified because they're minors. But what's really messed up about this case is that it took 6 months before these idiots were finally arrested and brought to trial. 6 months. And the girl committed suicide 8 days after the attack. Now, I think perhaps at this point we need to start having a conversation amongst ourselves and with our children, especially with our boys. It's one thing teaching our girls how not to get raped, and that's commendable up to a certain point. But there comes a point where we have to start teaching our young men not to rape. Not to take advantage of girls when they're too passed out to say no. And especially don't post it all over the internet. Although I have to say that posting on the internet may be a good thing because now there's evidence corroborating the fact that they took advantage of this girl and sexually assaulted her. It's sort of like a mixed blessing here. But, if you're a young man and you find yourself in that position, do something called risk assessment. I'm going to explain what that is. You outweigh the risk of engaging in a behavior compared to the rewards. If a girl's passed out drunk on your couch, the reward will probably be the ability to take advantage of her sexually. Here's what you're risking. Okay? Number one, arrest. You will be arrested. Number two, once you're arrested and convicted, you're going to spend the rest of your life on a sexual offenders registry, a database, which means anybody can find you once you get out of prison. And anybody can decide, you know what, we're going to make sure this person never has a job. We're going to make sure this person never has anything remotely resembling a good life. Never mind the fact that if you go to prison or if you go to jail, you're essentially going to be put into a situation where you're going to be sharing a cell with a guy that hasn't seen a woman in 10 years and thinks you'd look pretty in a nice pink dress. All right, there's something to think about here. Let's think about this logically. How would you feel if that was your mom, your sister, your cousin, or somebody that you remotely care about? Why in the world are you then going to do that to somebody else's daughter? Seriously. I mean, it's time for guys to stop. Okay, it's hard. It's time for guys to start using some common sense. Because apparently, yes, I understand teenagers are stupid. But the fact of the matter is, it's about time we started teaching our young men to exercise some common sense and to exercise some restraint. If you're in a situation where you are really sexually turned on by a young lady and she tells you no, you take her home, you bring her right to her doorstep, you say thank you for the nice evening, and then you go home and you take care of business, if you know what I mean. Take care of your own business. Don't try to force a girl to, especially when she's drunk, especially when she's passed out. I mean, come on, man. Use some common sense. Post links down below. But seriously, let's start teaching our sons and daughters that it's not okay to take advantage of somebody, especially if they're drunk, or especially if you think that you're in a position where you're stronger than they are, because what's going to wind up happening is the thing that you do to that girl, somebody is going to do to you. And nobody's going to feel sorry for you. This is Dumac the Artist signing off. Sanchini Falcha. Have a nice day.